All right, and we're back with the Zamazenta theme deck. If I were to sum this up in one word, it would be not as bad as the Zacian theme deck, but still not that great. Zamazenta, you probably don't want to attack with it. Power Rush is okay. Unlike the other attack with Zacian, where you discard 2 energy if you flip tails, you just can't attack the following turn with Zamazenta. And you can easily get around that with Switch, which you have two of. So theoretically, you can attack the turn after Power Rush if you happen to flip tails. It's not a big deal. But what you really want to look at are the support Pokemon. Ferrothorn, it's not amazing, but it's pretty decent. Uh, Triple Smash, you're relying on coin flips. You never know what you're going to get. 130 HP, it survives against Rapidash. That's good. Energy Slap. If you build this guy up with manually attaching Metal Saucer, you can deal 100 damage and then move all energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. That's really good if you think it's about to be knocked out. And it brings me to the MVP of the deck, Corviknight. Unlike the other bird that's normal type, Corviknight is metal, so it can use Metal Saucer to accelerate energy, which is really important because Iron Wings discards 2 metal energy, but if you do, you take 100 less damage next turn from attacks. So if you think you're being knocked out next turn by whatever, you just discard 2 energy, survive, and then do another 130 if you have enough energy built up. Otherwise, you can do 50 with Peck. And even better with Corviknight, the weakness is lightning, not fire. So Charizard has to work really hard to knock it out. Rapidash can't knock it out in one shot. It survives. It's a good card. It's the MVP of the deck. And then you also have Bisharp. It's unfortunate that it's only a 3-2 line of Pawniard and Bisharp, but it works. For a single energy, you can do 90 damage. Not horrible. And Duraludon's in the deck. It's in the deck. Metal Sharpener, it's just like Registeel from Crimson Invasion. You deal 30, you attach a metal energy from your discard. Nothing special. The deck wishes it had Ordinary Rod. Instead, it has the best supporter, Dan. 4 hop, 2 research instead of 3, which is disappointing. Sonia, horrible supporter. I mean, it's okay if you have to set up. And there's only 2 Great Balls, so you're going to need the help. But there's no Pokemon Catcher in this deck. You get Potion instead. That's also horrible. Still, I think we're going to get some wins. Let's check it out. All right, game 1 with Zamazenta is against Relentless Flame. Just like with the Zacian deck, our first game is against a deck that can just destroy it. And we're giving them more cards. But we're going first, so maybe they won't start Farfetch'd. Maybe. If we hope enough. Oh, and we mulligan twice, even better. And the previous hands had supporters. This one, not so much. So what we can do is we can start Ferroseed, Pokekid for Ferrothorn on our second turn, and hope things work. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short game, and we're just going to move on. Okay. So we'll attach, pass, and like I said, Rapidash can't knock out Ferrothorn, so that's good for us. It can use agility and save itself from getting hurt, but it could buy us a turn that we might need, so who knows. But one of the things that makes Relentless Flame... Oh, yeah, I got a potion. One of the things that makes Relentless Flame so good is the fact that there's not a bad starter. Maybe Charmander's a bad starter, but it can still deal 30 for 1 energy. But if you start Ponyta, you just attach to it, pass, and maybe you get a Rapidash, and you start using agility. And from that point, you can just win. With Nidoran, you call for family, you put a basic on your bench. With Farfetch'd, you draw 2 cards. It's just It's such a powerful deck. It's insane. And oh, we needed to flip. Okay. Well, as long as they don't have Kukui, we'll survive. Oh, they're going for it. As long as they don't have Kukui, we're gonna survive another turn. And they flip tails, so if we flip 3 heads, we got this. 1. Oh, we needed to flip. Oh, we need to flip 2 to knock out with Duraludon. And if you haven't noticed or you didn't hear, dragon types are gone from the TCG, just like fairy types. It's disappointing, but dragon types are gone, so Duraludon will just be its other typing, which is metal. And it's just like how Dragapult is psychic. It's unfortunate, but that's where we are. Okay, well, I wasn't going to go up with Duraludon anyway, so we'll just send a Pharaoh Seed up there to sacrifice itself. Bench Pawniard, pass it back, and you're just seeing how good Relentless Flame is yet again. You know, I know I have weakness, but even then, they'd probably still be winning even without weakness right now. Just because Rapidash can flip heads all day long, Nidoqueen stops them from getting, just stuck. They just keep getting Pokemon, build up Charizard, accelerate energy. Okay, they flip tails. I don't know what I should do. There's 18 metal energy. I've only seen 3. The odds are high that I get one. All right. Okay. That went horribly. And remember how I said Corviknight's the best in the deck? Well, we're about to lose all the Corvisquire, and there's no Ordinary Rod in this deck. For whatever reason. I'll attach to him. We'll attach to the Shield Dog. But if I had to say what my win percentage was right now, I'd say it's 0.5%. Maybe they prized the whole Charizard line. But they've already got Rapidash set up. They'll get a Brock's Grid at some point. And I don't know how I can deal 130 damage right now. Duraludon maxes out at 110. Zamazenta's 120. And they're immune. So I guess we'll just build up the Shield Dog. Yeah, maybe my win percentage went up 0.5%. We're at 1% now. But I had to get rid of all my birds. Alright, we'll get Bisharp. And we will accelerate to Zamazenta. Oh. And there's no metal in the discard. Even better. They'll probably get a Nidoqueen or a Charmander. Yep. And then they'll probably play Nidoqueen for Nidoqueen, Nidoqueen for Charmander, or Nidoqueen for Charmeleon. See, you're seeing firsthand how good Relentless Flame is. And I wouldn't classify the Zamazenta deck as bad. The Zacian deck is bad. The Zamazenta deck is better than bad. It's in between bad and okay. The top 3, 4, 5 theme decks, that's not changing. And I didn't really pay attention to see if they flipped heads or not, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, they didn't. Alright, so we will... I guess it's not really necessary. We're just going to take a knockout and they'll knock us out in return. And we'll draw some cards. Hope we get Metal Saucer. Not be surprised when we don't. And we'll take our first prize of the game. And they'll knock us out with agility. Probably flip heads. And because Zamazenta only has 120 health, they can knock us out again. And I have to get rid of both switches. Okay. But I can't knock it out. There's no way I can knock it out. I have to get rid of... Okay, there's one way we can knock it out. Okay, we got Dan. There's two ways we can knock it out. And nothing beats rock, so always pick rock. There you go. Like I said, nothing beats rock. All right, well, Great Ball. We still don't have Metal Saucer. Okay, so we are going to attach to Zamazenta. We're going to deal 60 damage. And you're just seeing again and again and again. This deck deals damage in multiples of 30. And Rapidash has 100 health. So, ugh. A word of advice. If you're playing... Hang on. I think I can survive with guard press. Yep. You know it. But I don't even remember what I was going to say. Because this deck did not perform. Oh, right. If you queue up against Relentless Flame with this deck, play one turn. If your opponent sets up even the slightest, just concede. I mean, unless you have 2 Corviknight lines and Metal Saucers, way to get energy in the discard. If you face Relentless Flame, just concede if your opponent has even a slight setup. And we are back. For those of you watching at home, this will be game number 2. For me, this is game 3 because I queued up against Relentless Flame and I just conceded because no one wants to watch that again. And now we're playing against the Groudon deck. I think we can win this one, especially with Rookity holding on, but I think we'll just send out Ferroseed first. They don't play Fion, so we can bench without having to worry about anything. It's Unseen Depths that has it. Towering Heights. We just have to watch out for Throw. Throw is going to be tough to deal with. The Garchomp is going to be tough to deal with. But we have supporters. We're going second, so that's helpful. And maybe they won't have anything. If that's the case, we'll go to game 3. There you go. Okay. So we hope we get an energy. We didn't get an energy. Well, and we have no way of getting energy. This hand quickly went downhill. Maybe they don't have Gabite. Maybe they don't have a supporter. And they have a supporter. Okay. So we're playing a deck with 18 energy, and we haven't seen a single one yet. That's bad. And if they set up a Garchomp, they can just go right through my deck. So I think maybe I poke a kid for Corvisquire. But even then, that feels really bad. I don't think is there anyone I can switch into in this deck? It's Zacian that plays Hawlucha, so Hawlucha wouldn't help. I don't think there's any support Pokemon. They have Garchomp. So we're on a clock. Next turn they have Garchomp. If maybe it's Garchomp and 3 energy. Okay. I still think I go and get the Corvisquire. Just to have it. Because there's no one that can help right now when I don't have any energy. So we'll just get the Corvisquire. Let Ferroseed get knocked out. We'll get Bisharp if we top deck an energy. Otherwise, we're just letting the Pawniard go. And we'll just see what happens. Maybe they don't have to discard an energy to knock out the Ferroseed. So that'll be good for them and bad for us. I imagine they'll get... Oh, okay, so they're going to try and draw cards. That's really good for us if they just keep stalling. But we have to get through this Garchomp. 150 health. It will go down if we can string together Bisharp. You know, we do 90 with the first Bisharp, 60 with the second. But again, we need energy, and the supporter count in this deck, it's not good. You know, I need to, if we top deck Sonya, that's not helpful at all. I can get 2 basics or 2 energy, but I can't get what I need. So something will have to go down just to buy me another turn. And they're taking forever selecting their prize. There we go. Metal Saucer is not helpful when I don't have any metal energy. How many are even in the deck right now? 16. 16 energy are in the deck. We are getting 0. So do that. We'll... Yeah, and if I keep sending up Pawniard, they're not going to discard energy. This is horrible. I'm thinking I'll concede. Oh man, this is even worse. They're giving me hope. Okay, so we'll charge order. We'll do a little bit of damage. Nothing significant. But I think I might just concede if we don't get anything. And we'll just go to game 3 and hope it's a quick one. Hopefully it's a quick victory. Because in my testing, Zamazenta did perform decent. I think it won 2 out of 5 games. So it's not horrible. But one of those games my opponent didn't set up. The second game, it was a battle. You know, this deck set up. I got 6 energy on a Corviknight after passing it back with Ferrothorn, using Metal Saucer. And it was a pretty good win. But this is kind of embarrassing right now. You know, usually with theme decks, you have 1 Pokemon, 6 energy in your starting hand. With this theme deck, we have just Pokemon, just supporters that can't help. And now we're hoping we top deck an energy. We top deck an energy, maybe we get lucky. Because they can't hit 170. Because I think this... Okay, so they can hit 170. Yeah, especially if they send that back. But they'd have to wait until the very last turn. And we don't have Pokemon Catcher. So we can't bring up the Garchomp. Oh. We can't... We can't discard energy. We have to just soak the next hit. No. We have to hope this is an energy. Okay, Hop might get us energy. So we're down a Switch, we're down a Saucer. There's not much. I'd say our win percentage right now is probably 5%. Because they're going to do 120. I can block 100 the following turn and string attacks and knock out whatever they put in front of me. And I resist. That's even better. Okay, so... Ooh. I need to get an energy, but that Metal Saucer... That Metal Saucer is too important. There we go. Oh, potion. Perfect. Alright, so we will... Well, realistically, what are they doing next turn? They're going to Spike Draw, or they're going to Drought. I think I just Iron Wings and keep the energy on me. No, we'll just keep all the energy. And we'll just keep building it up until we have to discard energy, because the win percentage is climbing up. Like I said, we had to get rid of that Garchomp. Garchomp's gone. They don't have anything. They with the resistance, this is insane. I might actually make a comeback. Wow. Yeah, they can't attack next turn. I can one-shot their Groudon. They have to bench somebody. And I'm not going to... I'm putting myself in a position where that Garchomp would end the game. Ooh, if they build up another Garchomp, they do win. But if they can't build up a Garchomp, I win. So I'd say my win percentage just went from 5 to 50. This is insane. This is why I put this deck ahead of Zacian, is just the potential with Corviknight. Corviknight is so good. I cannot state this enough. Corviknight it's the MVP. I tweeted it out when the list went live. This card is amazing. It makes the deck. If it wasn't for this, the deck would be horrible. But yeah, like I think we just win. Because they're not going to attack with Garchomp next turn. And when they get a Garchomp set up, I can just Iron Wings, prevent the damage. And with resistance and Iron Wings, I survive, right? Because I'd stop 130. I stop 130, they do 200. So we just win. That is an insane comeback. Corviknight, you exceeded my expectations. When I first saw the list, I said this is going to be the MVP. This is one of the best cards in theme. Just, this is insane. Yeah, they conceded Corviknight. I'm not even going to go to game 3. I'm going to end on a high note. Thank you for watching. Corviknight is insane. If you have to buy one of the dog decks, buy the Zamazenta theme deck. The synergy is much better than the Zacian. Corviknight's amazing. Get the Zamazenta theme deck. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.